Hey everyone, it's Sarah and I am back to film a plan with me. This is going to be my May monthly rewind spread and I'm going to be using a kit from the Paperly Boutique. I used a kit with this artwork last year, not from Alex's shop but from the Dapper Dolphin, and I really liked it. So when I saw that she had this monthly kit, I thought it would be perfect just because this artwork is just beautiful. So anyways, let me show you what is in the kit. We have our date covers for the top. We have some little skinny strips that you could use for vacations. I have some little quarter boxes and some icons. Then we have this sheet which has the dates that aren't in the month. And May there's 2 at the beginning, 2 at the end. We have some more quarter boxes, holidays, and then some cutout icons. And then we have 2 full boxes, the sidebar boxes, bill dues, date numbers, some headers for these boxes, and then payday stickers. So I am going to get started by just putting everything, like the basis of the kit, off camera. So I'll do basically the days not in the month, the headers on the top, and then the sidebar. And then I'll be back and we will go through all of the fun events that happened in May. Okay, there is everything down so far. I put down the holidays, the date numbers as well, and then I also did my little vacation strips just because I thought it'd be easier to just cut them up off camera, and then I'll come back and put the stickers on for my trips. So on the first, the thing we did was a Naplex review, which it's the test that I have to take in, oh gosh, like a month from now, just over a month from now, to become a licensed pharmacist. And so we did, our school did a little review before graduation, and so this was day 2 of the review. So I will use one of these little pastel laptops from Chloe Collectives. And then on the 2nd, it was my dog's 3rd adoption anniversary, and so I just think that's important to mark in. He's a good part of our family. So even though now I lived away from my dogs all last year, and then I'm living away from them again. I mean, my parents, they're kind of my parents' dogs, but they're also mine. So that is from Stationery Wonderland. But my new apartment doesn't accept dogs, and so I would have taken them if I could, and if my parents would have let me, so I'll just have to visit often. And then for the 3rd, I went out for brunch with a friend, and I got my hair done this day. So do I want to put another box? I don't know. I probably should have saved the box for that day, but for my hair, I have this little hairdryer icon from the Paperly Boutique. This is her version 1 doodle sampler. And then for brunch with my friend, I think I was just gonna grab a coffee cup because I have so many coffee cups in blue, and I don't drink coffee, but I think it's a good way to mark breakfast so that I still use the icons even if I don't partake in the activity, if that makes sense. And I just don't like the taste of coffee. It's not anything weird, I just don't like it, and I don't need it most days. So for the 4th, I had my celebratory, they call it the P4 banquet. So when you're in your last year of pharmacy school, you are considered a P4, at least at my university. Some universities call it other things. But at this little banquet, they just kind of celebrate everyone's accomplishments, take pictures, etc. And I won an award at this one. So I won an award for leadership, which, gosh darn it, that was well deserved because I, during my 3rd year of pharmacy school, which is the last didactic year, or year that you're in the classroom, I was in charge. I was the president of 3 out of the 4 pharmacy clubs, and so I think I deserved that award, but it was nice. So then on the 5th, it was my graduation, and so I think I'm going to pull in these gold foiled even though it's going to be the only gold foil, or only foil for that matter, I deserve it. I have them from 472 in Maine, and I'm going to gift like my leftovers. I have a friend that's going to be graduating next year. She's in the class below me, and so I'll definitely gift the leftovers to her. But that deco is also from the graduation kit I have leftover from 472 in Maine as well. But yes, that was graduation. Very important day. Can you even tell? It says graduation, but it's gold foiled. Then on the 6th, I had my graduation party and we had margaritas because it was like a Cinco de Mayo. Gosh, is this going to be okay? I think so. I have these. These are from a shop that's no longer open. I've cut down the sheet because I didn't need that many margarita stickers. Because especially since they're all green, it's a very hard color for me to pull in for most spreads. But I will use that. And then I was thinking about pulling in one of these banners from Rory's Sweet Addictions. I'm trying to see. I think the green would match really well. So I guess I'll just use the green, even though it's kind of conflicting with the other green. Hopefully that'll just be okay. Just to add a little extra oomph to that spot. Then on the 7th, we had like a really relaxing day because since everything had been so crazy with, you know, my party and cleaning and graduation, because we had to drive like to and from the town that I went to school in because, like my parents live 4 hours away or three and a half hours away from where I went to school, and so that's where everyone was like flying in and out of and going to the party at. So it was like a lot of driving, a lot of cleaning, just a lot of activity, and then so it was really nice to just have a relaxing, like not doing anything kind of a day. And I did do some knitting that day as well, so I will mark that with a knitting teacup from Polished Patterns because those colors are pretty perfect. And then on the 8th, it was my grandma's birthday, and so we went to a movie and we went shopping, and I'm going to use this movie marquee. I think this is from Creating & Co, from a sampler I've had for a while, or so there's that. And then on the 9th, we went to the Euro Shack, which is just like a little Euro place. Nothing too crazy, but I had been wanting to go with my dad, and so that was the day we finally, you know, were able to go. So I'm just going to use this little lunch sack from Sticker Co. And then my grandparents also flew out this day, and so we took them to the airport before we went to the gym and went to the Euro Shack. So I'm just going to use this little airplane. This is from this is Zona Paperie now. She changed her name. The Planner Junkie is what she used to be. And then on the 10th, I had to pack my dad up, or help him pack for his trip. He is a kayaker, or likes to kayak, or whatever. And so I helped him pack up for his trip. I think I'm going to use this tent sticker. This is from lovely Nani Co. It's very old. It was one of the first sheets I got when I first started planning, but I just think the colors match, and obviously he had to have a tent because it was a, how many days was it, like a 10-day river trip or 8-day river trip, and he ended up coming home a little bit early, but I still think that's good to mark. And I'll just throw in that little kayak from Sweet Bean Plans as well. And then on the 11th, we went out for dinner with some friends, and so I'm just going to pull in another quarter box. I just like randomly spaced out the decorative full boxes, just so we could see them. What was I going to use for that? I apparently did not pull out anything to mark this down with. It's not that I can tell. So let's use, I don't know, I'll find an icon later, just like a meal icon of some sort. But we went out for dinner with some friends, and then the next day it was Race for the Cure, which we used to do it every single year, and then I was in Europe a couple of years, you know, or gone on vacation, and so this year we did it again, and usually we'd stay in a hotel, and that's right next to where they have it, and we weren't able to do that just because since my dad was gone, we had to watch the dogs. But we still like got down there early, and then we had like a full day of hanging out with my mom's coworkers, which is who we do it with, and it was really fun. So for Race for the Cure, I kind of like, I think I was going to use the shoes, but I kind of want to use the little tank top because it kind of reminds me of like boobs, and it's, you know, Race for the Cure is for breast cancer awareness and raising money for breast cancer research. So I'll just use that one, and that was from JLynnPaperCo. And then on the 13th, I finished my study books for my Naplex study book. And granted, like, just because I finished it doesn't mean I'm done studying. I'm still studying a lot, but I at least am done with like making a lot of note cards and stuff. And I'm using those books from the sticker Okie. So now it's all about, you know, reviewing the note cards and things like that. Then on the 14th, I had the hardest time mowing the lawn. Like, I was mowing the lawn, I couldn't figure out why, it was, you know, how the lawnmower pulls you along. It all of a sudden, like, was not pulling me along anymore, like, the third time I turned the lawnmower, you know, to go into, like, a new section of lawn. And, so yeah, so, like, definitely was not working, and my dad, I was doing it for him because he, I'll just use this one. I originally had pulled out this one from Prickled Pear Studio too, but I don't think I'll be able to fit them both in. That little, like, angry cat is from JLynnPaperCo. But yeah, and so then I ended up having to, like, mow the rest of the lawn by, like, shoving the lawnmower across the lawn because I didn't know how to fix it, and I was trying to Google stuff and YouTube video things, and then I, like, couldn't get the lawnmower to turn on, and so then it would take, like, it took me, like, 3 hours to mow the lawn because the lawnmower kept not turning back on when I was, like, switching to, like, the first part of the front yard to the other part of the front yard, or the backyard to the other part of the backyard, because I had to keep emptying like the part where all the grass comes in. And so anyways, it was just a huge mess. And then when my dad got back, he was like, oh, the lawnmower belt fell off, and that doesn't really happen very often, so I didn't even think to tell you, like, how to fix it, because it happens, like, once a year. So of course it happened while I was in charge of mowing the lawn. So yay for me. But anyways, then I had, on the 15th, I finally finished knitting my scarf for my friend. I'd been knitting that scarf for basically, like, January or February, and so, gosh, that was definitely exciting to get that all done. And so it was supposed to be his birthday present in February, and then obviously that did not happen, and so I gave it to him as, like, a late graduation present. It was supposed to be done for graduation, and so anyways, I gave it to him when we went on our trip. And so that was from Stardust Stickers. Oh gosh, I'm, like, putting down stickers before I've got the stories told for them. So we flew to New York this day, and I love New York. I think it's just a really fun place to go and visit. And let me see, I'm trying to decide, because I'm like, these are kind of big, but I don't have enough airplane icons in the kit to, because I've got one airplane here, and then I've got one cutout airplane, so I might just use this, and then we'll just figure it out for the other ones. But we flew to New York, and then we flew in at, like, 5:30, so of course it was rush hour traffic. It took us almost 2 hours to get to our hostel, and so we ended up basically doing nothing that day, and plus it was rainy and cloudy, so we were going to go to the Empire State Building and get some good nighttime views because there's not a lot of things open at night, and you know, museum wise and stuff, and so that was like our original plan, and it definitely did not happen. So we were just exhausted by the time we got to the hostel and just hungry and tired, and just started fresh on the 17th. So on the 17th, we did a ton of things. So that's the hard thing about marking, because usually I just mark like one thing that happened in the day, but on these days we did so much stuff that I just want to mark it all. But then also too, you don't have as many icons to mark things with. So I think I am just going to use like one icon and then mark a bunch of things on the side. I think is going to be the easiest way to do it. So on the 17th, we went to the Statue of Liberty, we went to Ellis Island, the 9/11 Memorial, and then we went and saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Part 1, and then on the 18th, we went to the Met, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Part 2, and we finally got our good views at the top of the rock. This was one of the only days that it wasn't cloudy because you just couldn't see the top of the buildings, the tops of the buildings. I'm trying to decide what one I want to use because I'm trying to pull in characters that kind of have the green, so obvious choices are Slytherins. So I think I'm going to pull in Draco. And these are from JLynnPaperCo. These are like some of my favorite character stickers. She has the best like pop culture related stickers for characters. So I have 1,000 Harry Potter stickers, and I need to organize my JLynnPaperCo like sticker book that I just got. And I have a stack like this big of stickers to put in there, which is insane. So then moving on to the 19th. The 19th, we went to the Empire State Building because we really just, you know, we just said, well, it was clear this night, you know, we'll try to go to see it tonight. Gosh, is that like a pen mark? I think I just got like pen on that one somehow. But we just said, you know, oh, we'll go see if we can get some good views. We'll go early. Yeah, there were no views. All we saw were clouds from the top of the Empire State Building. And they told us, you know, before we got up there, they said, you know, it's not, you're not going to have any views. You know, it's a no view day. But I was like, well, we'll just go up there, we'll see. And they have, you know, a lot of different boards that say how they built it and things like that. So it wasn't like totally a bust, but we had bought the city pass, and so you know, we were gonna have to use the ticket anyways. So it was just kind of a funny story. We laughed about it a lot. We got some funny pictures of us in the clouds. So clouds are from Avalon and Ninth, from a sampler I had, and then this doorbell sticker is from An Actor Plans, because we went and saw the Book of Mormon on Broadway, and that was very funny. And then we went on the 20th. Oh, and then we also went to the American Museum of Natural History. So very nice day, even though we just saw clouds. And then on the 20th, we went to the TKTS booth, which if you've never heard of the TKTS booth, it's basically a booth where you can buy same-day theater tickets, and they are discounted or reduced price. And it's not every play that's on Broadway. Like some of the big ones like Lion King, Wicked, things of that nature, you know, rarely if ever make it to the TKTS booth. But other plays that are either, you know, I don't want to say like not quite as popular, because that kind of sounds bad, but, you know, maybe they've been on Broadway a little bit longer, and, you know, I don't know. But basically you can get some tickets at the TKTS booth for plays for that day, and so we had to stand in the line. We got there kind of late, and so the line was quite large, but we were still able to get tickets to go see Anastasia, which is what we had wanted to see, but we had debated whether or not we were going to switch our minds, you know, in the hour we were waiting in line to a different play, because like SpongeBob SquarePants is not a play that I really wanted to see or anything like that, but it is nominated for like the most number of Tonys this year, and so, and they had tickets for it, and so we were kind of debating like whether or not to do those, because we had thought, well, I don't know, we're not really that interested in it, but like if it's nominated for that many awards, you know, it seems like there's a reason for it, like maybe we should, but in the end we did not. So then on the 21st, let me just mark down, I'll mark it up at the top here. Ooh, golly. So up at the top, I'm just gonna mark that we flew to Seattle this day, and, oh gosh, I have one more story about the 20th. So we went to this place and they had soup dumplings, and really I just wanted dumplings and stuff, but my friend that I was with, he wanted chicken dumplings, and they only had them in like the soup version, and so, and the waiter's like, oh, you know, those are soup dumplings, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. No clue what a soup dumpling was. We were wondering if it was just kind of come in a broth. No, there's like soup inside the dumpling. Yeah, very, very hilarious. I did not win that battle. Soup dumplings 1, Zara 0. But I will keep trying because they were really good, and now I want more, but I'm not gifted with the chopsticks, basically. So then on the 21st, we flew to Seattle, and we went to the aquarium. So I pulled in this little like mermaid cutie from Prickled Pear Studio, and honestly I should have grabbed more of those because I've used them for a couple of things, like going to the pool and then like this aquarium and things like that, and they were a sheet from last year. I think she's revamping Cutie, and so I don't know if she'll bring me back you know, this type of cutie in the future, but I'm like really regretting not picking up a full sheet of them because I'm kind of obsessed with them. So then moving on to the 22nd, we went to the Museum of Pop Culture, and I'm debating bringing this one in because I have these from the sticker party and it just doesn't match. I'm not going to do it. So let's do something else. Hold for just one moment. Okay, I wasn't lying when I said like I have a huge stack of JLynnPaperCo stickers, but when we went to the Museum of Pop Culture, they had an exhibit on Marvel, and it was like an add-on to our tickets, and so we ended up doing it, and it was really cool. Now I need to go back and watch all of the videos because I definitely have not seen all of them. Like I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, which is I believe where this character is from, because like I know Groot is Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm pretty sure that's where that's from, but I need to go back and watch them all in order and whatnot. But going to the Museum of Pop Culture definitely made me like want to do everything. So let me actually move this, if I can, up here, because this day we also went to our Taylor Swift concert, and so I just want to space it so it's kind of chronological to some extent, and then I'll use this little music note. This is from Libbie and Co to mark down Taylor Swift, which was fantastic. It was the 4th time I've seen her in concert, and so it gets better every time. Then on the 23rd, we just went to a bunch of museums. We went shopping in like the International District, and then at the end of the night we went on this cruise to, oh, where was it? It was to Blake Island, and so it's like a little, you know, state park or whatnot, but it was really, really fun. They had like a delicious salmon dinner for us, and they did like a Native American dance, and you could walk around the island, and it was just really interesting. And so we had a really fun time with that. And like I said, the food was delicious. So I'm using just a camera sticker from Lily's little cupboard to mark that. I'd originally pulled out the salmon sticker from the sticker party, but now, like, seeing the spread coming together, I didn't want to pull in any pink. And then on the 24th was our last day, so we came home. Oh, now as I say that, I'm going to pull in this sticker, but it's like very minimal red and pink. But this is a little like artist bunny from JLynnPaperCo, and I'm pulling it in because we went to the Chuli, like art gallery, or no, Chuli Museum of Garden and Glass or something, Chuli Garden and Glass. But he was, or is, I guess he's still alive, I think, is a like glass blower artist, and so he has this cool museum, and there's just tons of different glass, and like just in wild, amazing, like unbelievable combinations and sculptures and stuff. And so we had just a blast there. Then on the 25th, we loaded up our moving truck, and so I'm going to use one of these from EbeeGbee, and I'm going to use, I think, the closed box to mark that down, and I'm actually going to pull in another box as well, because that was, it didn't actually take us as long as we had thought it would, but moving stinks. It's just a lot of work, and you're tired, and you feel so unsettled, you know, by not being in a home. So there's that. And then on the 26th, we drove. So the 26th and the 27th, basically all we did was drive all day. So I have these little road stickers from Let's Start Planning, and I'm just going to use them, even though it's the same color on both sides. I think it'll be fine. But yeah, it takes forever to drive, and I mean, we survived, we made it, but gosh, it's just long. So then on the 28th, we had like family time, and we stayed at my sister's house for 2 nights because my apartment wasn't ready. We'd hoped we would be able to move in early because my mom had the days off for Memorial Day weekend, and so she had like Saturday through Wednesday off. But they wouldn't let us move into our apartment until Friday. And so that was a bummer because they had made it seem very promising that we would be able to move in, and that did not happen. So bummer, but you know, what can you do about it? And my dad was a little bit grumpy about it, but then when he saw like they made everyone else wait until like the end of the day on Friday, it was like 3 p.m. He like realized that it wasn't like they were just singling us out. It was everyone. So and they showed us our apartment on the Wednesday, and because we had to sign our papers and everything, and I mean, it looked totally done. They did not do anything else to my apartment in those 2 days, but 'tis what it is. Then on the 29th, it was my sister's birthday, and so we had like a pool day. And I should mark her birthday too. Let's use some of these balloons. We'll use the darker ones. So it was my sister's birthday, which was nice that we were able to spend some time with her because we don't usually get to spend time with her on her birthday because she usually lives so far away. But then we ended up driving to my new town this night, but I won't mark that in. I'll just do that we had like a little pool day at their like neighborhood pool. And then on the 30th, we went to IKEA, and my mom had to leave. So I'm going to use this big emoji, I almost called him a munchkin, from the thecoffeemonsterzco. This is the IKEA sheet. And the big ones are just hard to use in normal spreads. I definitely try to use them when I can, but it's perfect for a monthly spread like this. And then on the 31st, basically we just explored a bunch, you know, drove all over town and whatnot. So I'm gonna just pull in this little quarter box. I almost said the last quarter box, but I think I still have more. Yeah, I have 2 more, but I will pull in this little card. Should I have, I guess I have a card here. I'm going to use this like black and white card. This one is from, oh gosh, this is from Little Red Prince, just to pull in a bigger icon to take up that space. But, oh, where did I have that? Oh, well, I will just pull it in later. I was thinking about pulling in a different icon, and I wrote it down. Obviously, I did not read it. Let me pull it out, just a second. Okay, I probably won't pull this in after all, just because I want to have room to write. But originally, this is what I was thinking about pulling in, and I think I had written it down because I thought I had pulled a sticker from it earlier, and I ended up not pulling the sticker from the sheet. But that was my original plan, because I got my library card that day, and it's one of our like exploring the town kind of activities, and so I thought Belle would be perfect, but I just don't think I'll have enough room to write that, especially with the little quarter box. So that is my spread. Let me show you what I have left over right now. I'm going to go in and put in these headers and try to fill in some things, but for the most part I really won't be adding any other stickers. So I have some icons left over, which I'll put in my like leftover pile, or like my leftover sheets where I just have a blank sheet of paper, of sticker paper, and I just stick on similar icons, if that makes sense. But then I have 1 quarter box on this page. I have some circle icons on this page, a quarter box here. I have all my bill dues and paydays, just because I had a lot going on this month, so I just didn't really need to pull them in to fill up space. And then I have the headers, like I said, that I'll be pulling in for the sidebar. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and then you can see that my month of May was so busy, and so that was why I wasn't really able to film any videos, or not very many videos in May, just because May was crazy. But I will be, back to filming as per usual for June. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.